Hey guys, Ryan from Pits and Pits here, and today we're gonna cook pork ribs. All right, so it's a beautiful fall day here in Texas, and it is actually the first day of deer season, which is a big deal around here. So we have a whole lot of family coming over. We decided we're gonna cook pork ribs because you can cook a lot of them, and they're easy, and you can kind of make a lot of different flavors and different styles all in the same cook. So today we're gonna cook baby backs and St. Louis. I'm gonna take this over to the back side of the trailer where we actually have a prep table so you can kind of see more what we're doing. All right, so since we're cooking out here in the field today, I went ahead and did some of the prep on these ribs at home first. I buy my ribs from Costco, and one of the reasons why is that they come with the silver skin already off. So we're not gonna cover removing the silver skin in this video. This video is gonna be just about some different flavors and some different cooking methods. So I got a pack of baby backs and a pack of St. Louis spare ribs. We're gonna get these guys seasoned. All right, first we're gonna do our spares, and we're gonna do them a couple different ways. One way is we're gonna do a blend of our all-purpose and our rib rub. So we're gonna do 2 racks with that. Then we're gonna come back and do a 3rd rack with just our sweet and spicy to kind of change it up and give people a few more options. So start hitting with the rib. If you want, there are different markers you can buy to help you mark and remember which ribs have what seasoning on it. I'm usually pretty good at remembering. I just try and put them in the same spot on the pit every time. We're gonna get the sweet and spicy, and the sweet and spicy is really good on pork. And it's exactly the way it sounds. It's got a lot of sugar in it, and it's got some heat to it. All right, so baby backs, we're gonna do the same thing, but then we actually have 4 racks. So on our 4th rack, we're gonna just put just our barbecue seasoning. That's gonna give people another option in case they just wanna try something a little different. All right, now that we got everything seasoned, let's get them on the pit. All right, so we have our Maverick 2000 up at 275. We're gonna do a couple different methods here. One is gonna be to take off the 3-2-1 method. We're actually gonna gear it back to a 2-2-1 method. So we're gonna cook the ribs at 275 for 2 hours and come back and wrap them in aluminum foil for another 2 hours. And at the end of that hour, at the end of those 2 hours, we're gonna open that aluminum foil up. And what that's gonna do is allow those ribs to have spent some time kind of cooking in their own juices. And by opening that foil back up, it's gonna allow them to firm back up. So you're gonna get some really tender ribs, but not really falling apart. So fall off the bone, but not falling apart. We're actually gonna also cook some ribs with no wrap at all. We have some people that don't like to fall apart. So this way we're able to make everyone happy in the same cook. Now we got a couple hours to kill. We're actually gonna fire up the skeet thrower here and shoot some skeet, have some fun, and we'll be back in a couple hours. Ooh, powder.
Powder.
The ribs have been on for 2 hours. They're coming along nicely, so it's time to wrap them. We have 7 racks, so we're only gonna wrap 5 of them in aluminum foil. That way we can also do a little test comparison, but also kind of satisfy everyone's taste. Some people like them more firm, some people like them fall off the bone. This way you get everybody covered. So let's go ahead and get these guys wrapped. Whenever I'm gonna wrap ribs, I usually take it over to the workstation, but today I'm actually gonna just work on it on the grate. So what I've done is pre-torn my aluminum foil so I can have it ready to go. I'm gonna slide them off, and it's okay if the aluminum foil gets on top of the other ribs. You just throw it inside, fold it up. Not too tight. I use kind of a fold and pinch method so that I can open it up easily later on. But you wanna make sure that it is sealed up so you're not leaking too much air or too much steam. What I'm doing today is actually gonna wrap, I'm gonna leave an all-purpose rib rub combo unwrapped on both the spare ribs and the baby backs, so that way I have a point of comparison so you can actually see apples to apples the difference in wrapping versus no wrap. So I am gonna wrap the sweet and spicy, and I am gonna wrap the barbecue spice. So we're gonna get these wrapped up, get them back on the pit for 2 more hours, and unwrap and take a look here shortly. So while these ribs are cooking for a couple more hours, I thought I'd walk you around this trailer, let you see what we're working with. So this is a single axle trailer that we built. It's got a 2000 on it. You can see a little storage area on the back and an oscillating skeet thrower. This is really cool, really fun. It's a great time for events, family. It's actually got a little solar power charger hooked up to it. You can see we got a gun sitting on the prep table. So this is a storage box. You can keep all your pellets, wood, gas, whatever. We actually have a radio in there as well. It's a great prep area. That's where we prepped the ribs earlier. And you can see we also have a little area up front with a couple of burners, a little aluminum foil pan in our propane tank. So really a ton of versatility and just a really, really fun trailer. We can customize anything too. So this is actually, you'll go to a lot of cook-offs, marketing events, you'll see Pits and Spits trailers there, and this is kind of something that would fall in that category. So we're at our second 2-hour segment now. So we're gonna open up these tinfoil pouches we made with these ribs, let some of that steam out, kind of let them firm back up. And we're also gonna check on those ribs that we have not wrapped, see how they're cooking. Sometimes they're ready to come off at this point. If you don't think they're tender enough, just leave them on. Let them go for this final hour. Oh. All right, now we're at the end of the 5-hour cook with these ribs. Let's pull them off, see how they came out. Oh yeah, really happy with how those are looking. All right, so we got all the ribs off. We're gonna let them cool for about 10-15 minutes, just so you can handle them while they're still hot, and then throw them in a big tinfoil pan and put some foil over them so they stay warm before you serve them. The ribs have been resting a few minutes. Let's get these cut up and get these people fed. We've got a lot of anxious guests. All right, so this is one of the spare ribs that we did unwrapped. You can see we had some snacking going on, but really happy with how that turned out. You can see there's a little bit of a smoke ring in there, not falling apart. That's gonna be really, really, really good. Let's try these baby backs. So these baby backs were wrapped the whole time. This is a pretty good, got a lot of meat on it, but yeah, man, you can see that looks really, really nice. Big chunks of meat falling off. That's just how this rib is, this rack is. If that cooled off a little more, it probably wouldn't fall apart so much, but you can see there's gonna be a lot of flavor in that, so we hope you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.